Now, according to Dave Ramsey, surprisingly many teachers are millionaires. Now, I'm not a millionaire, but according to Dave Ramsey, this is the case because teachers have a lot of disciplines, they have a steady income. And however, I do think there is also another layer to it that I would like to share with you. Well, Dave Ramsey is a very well-known financial expert and also radio show host. I like to listen to his show every now and then. And recently I was a little bit surprised because he mentioned that in his study of millionaires, he discovered that, a little bit surprisingly, teachers are among this group. And in his view, this could be because teachers have a discipline and they know that discipline is important, and they also have a discipline in not overspending. And other people might overspend more easily. And he also said is, well, they have a steady income and they have a long-term vision. Now, all of this might be true, of course, and I definitely don't disagree, but I think there might be another layer to it, and that is you see, if you're a teacher, then you have already found meaning and purpose in your life, because teaching children, adolescents, young adults, and seeing them develop is a very meaningful job. It's a very meaningful task, and if you do not see it as a meaningful task, well, I think that you might not be in the teaching job for very long, because it's not an easy job either, right? And I think teachers have found a meaningful job already, a meaningful purpose in life, a mission maybe, and therefore it is not necessary for them to, let me put it in simple words, buy happiness over consumer products. So essentially, if you are maybe in a job that does not fulfill you, even if you essentially earn a lot of money, and you come home and you feel empty, or you feel that there's a certain maybe void in your heart, then maybe you want to fill that void by buying things that actually make you happy. Right? Maybe expensive cars or consumer products, expensive vacations, and so on. Now, please get me right. I mean, I also like those things, right? Well, actually, I'm not so much into cars. That's a different story. But you get my point, right? And I think that this is actually one of the reasons. I mean, I did read a book by an anthropologist. Graeber was his name. The book was called Bullshit Jobs. It's actually quite an interesting book to read. And in this book, the author describes many case studies where people are working in jobs that they consider to be completely pointless and meaningless, where even the people who have the job think that it would be better if the job would not exist, right? And sometimes in very high earning and well paid positions, but they consider the job completely meaningless, and they're frustrated because of that. And for this reason, I think that maybe if you are in a job like that, then you might want to probably find a little bit more meaning and purpose, maybe possibly over consuming products, right? And maybe going shopping, maybe having a lifestyle that is a little bit fills your inner void a little bit, and I think that this can then cause you to drift off more easily into debt, and then you don't have enough money, of course, on your bank account, and with teachers, I think that's one of those cases where many of them have found a meaningful job, a meaningful mission in their life, and therefore they don't need to have a fancy lifestyle that actually makes them more happy. These are just my thoughts, hypothesis maybe, which tries to explain a little bit why Dave Ramsey found out there are actually more, surprisingly many teachers, who are surprisingly rich, even though they actually don't earn very much. Just wanted to share with you. There is a comment section below. I'd like to hear what your view is. I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.